received so many leads that I was impressed. I have been using, I'm an advocate for advertisement, and I've done with
All right, so now we're ready to get started. Gary, take us through the tour. Guys, in the meantime, please ask all your questions. We are super excited because every content that you get as part of this partnership is going to be branded, it's going to be hyper local, and it's going to be the easiest tool that you can have for your social media.
Great. Hello, everyone. My name is Gary Silva. I'm the VP of Sales here at RoomView. And what we're going to do is go on a tour today. But before we do that, I just want to share a little bit about who we are, how we came into the social media world for real estate agents, and talk a little bit about the market dynamics that every single agent is encountering right now and the challenges, and then how RoomView is going to obviously help solve and address a lot of your marketing gaps. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So RoomView was actually founded in 2020 by Sam, the gentleman that was just speaking. One thing about Sam and to take into consideration that he's a real estate agent himself. As a matter of fact, Sam sells over $100 million in real estate annually on a consistent basis. And all of his leads are coming from the social media platform that he created. So as we explore this, just remember that this particular solution was created by a real estate agent for real estate agents. And we are seeing and have a partnership right now with National Association of Realtors, honorably mentioned in Forbes, Inman, Business Insider, Bloomberg. And just recently, we've been identified and recognized as featured leaders in real estate with Inman. So that's a recognition we're super proud of. As of today, we have over 350,000 agents on our platform. That is a testament to the fact that there is a demand for automation when it comes to social media. Let's be real with one another. The reason why you are more than likely here is because you know that you should be and could be doing more with your social media. And it's really just a function of time and energy. Everything that we explore today, you can do on your own. I want to be very forthcoming about that. But the reality is if you haven't done it now, what's going to make you think that you're going to do it tomorrow? Why not hire a company that's going to make certain that you're seeing often and by the right people? We do have a proven track record that's going to help you boost your visibility and emerge as a local market area expert in the place in which you do business. So, historically, there's different ways to go after business. Many agents, when they first start off, they chase the business. And ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with chasing business. If you're chasing business right now and it's working, continue to do it. If you're just dabbling in chasing the business, like turn it on a notch because it works. What are some examples of what it looks like to chase? Well, cold calling, right? Picking up those lists and seeing if you can generate some interest as far as sellers are concerned. The challenge with cold calling is that it's emotionally draining if you've done it, right? And it's hard to really just get excited about doing it, but it works. Another thing you can do is go around and start door knocking, right? Canvassing a neighborhood. Great way to introduce yourself to homeowners in the area that you want to conduct more business out of. The pop buys, the open houses are great ways to obviously go out there and get some new buyer opportunities. But what if there was a way where you could start attracting the business, where people start contacting you? Let's talk about that. And that's what RoomView is going to help you accomplish. We're going to take artificial intelligence and we're going to marry it to social media. In this union, we're going to start presenting hyper local videos. And that term hyper local is something that you're going to hear me talk about frequently. Hyper local just means that if you are a real estate agent in Scottsdale, Arizona, then we'll tap into your local association of realtors there, take all the statistical information and weave it into the videos that you are posting. If you are in Denver, Colorado, same thing. We're going to tap into the local association of realtors for Denver and start posting all the statistical information so that way you emerge as the go-to expert in the place that you are conducting business. Now, when it comes to marketing, we define it as a competition for people's attention. Therefore, logically, the agents that capture the most attention are going to be the ones that get the most opportunities. So what are you doing right now to distinguish yourself from the marketplace? What are you doing to stand out and emerge as a market leader? Well, if you're not doing anything or you think you should be doing something better, this is where RoomView comes in. Again, our hyper-local component is going to provide local market insights so that way you are viewed as a go-to market expert. I know if I'm looking to purchase a home or sell my home, I would want to hire somebody that is proven to know my market better than anybody else. Because quite frankly, you're going to help navigate me through the biggest purchase or sale of my lifetime, arguably, and that's my home. Okay. So RoomView is going to make you stand out and really differentiate yourself from everybody else in the marketplace. So how are we going to do this? Well, when it comes to social media marketing strategy, there's three components that must be incorporated in order for any type of campaign to be deemed effective. So ask yourself right now, when you think about what you're posting, are you providing an opportunity for people to learn from you? Because if the answer is no, that's okay, right? There's room for opportunity, but that is the educational component. People want to learn when they're like navigating through social media. The next thing is what you're posting entertaining? If not, there's room for improvement. What's great about our platform is we just recently launched a few months ago the ability to record personal introductions to the videos that we've already created. And these personal introductions are going to help meet that entertainment component because it's going to allow people to connect. Speaking of connecting, the final E is the endearment component. This is where you're going to be able to post pictures with you and your family, pictures of you traveling, pictures of you with your pets. And that's important because people want to know that you're relatable. And the more relatable you are, the more appealing you become. And the more appealing you become, guess what? The more comfortable people are going to be about picking up the phone and reaching out for you to answer some questions about the home buying or selling process. And whether you partner with us or you partner with a different company, okay, these three principles of marketing should be your compass. So whether or not you're trying to decipher, hey, is this a good place for me to invest my marketing dollars? Well, just make certain that you ask yourself these three questions. Okay. First question, can this company guarantee my exposure? Can they guarantee that my face is going to be seen? Can they guarantee that my brand is going to be seen? Can they guarantee that my message is going to be read? Because if the answer is no, then don't sign up. You're just going to be wasting your money. But if they can guarantee your exposure, that's great. We're one of three right now. We're 33% of the way there. So then the next question you got to ask yourself, so okay, they can guarantee my exposure. Can they guarantee that I'm going to be seeing often the repetition? Repetition is important because this is where association begins to occur, right? My need for a real estate agent and memory recall with you and your business name. Okay, that's exactly how you're going to win more business. And then the last one is the targeting. So if they can guarantee your exposure and they can guarantee your repetition, can they guarantee the targeting? Can they guarantee that you're going to be seen by the right people, by the people that are most likely to pick up the phone and have you offer your level of expertise when it comes to buying or selling? For example, if you're an agent in Denver, Colorado, does it really make sense for you to market in Miami, Florida? Yeah, maybe sometimes in some instances, but the majority of your business is going to want to be centered in Denver, Colorado. And because we're hyper local and we're going to focus on the targeting, we'll meet these three requirements better than anything else in the marketplace. And when I take you on a tour, you're going to quickly see that. So let's talk about where we're going to maximize your exposure, repetition, and targeting. And that's in the big six of social media. You probably recognize the majority of these logos: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and then we also have Google Business. So these platforms are very, very important to developing your brand. As a matter of fact, the number one reason why agents struggle isn't because you don't know how to write a contract or negotiate on behalf of your clients. It has everything to do with a top of funnel issue. Your pipeline is anemic. There's not enough opportunities in there. Because at the end of the day, if you really, narrow down real estate to what it is at its core, it's the lead generation business. You need more leads to be successful. And the only way you're going to accomplish this is by achieving an element of top of mind awareness. Gary Keller talks about it in Million Dollar Agent, right? That if you're not top of mind, then you can't expect people to think of you in their time of a real estate need. And the way that you achieve that, again, is by leveraging those three principles of marketing of being seen, seen often by the right people. The more that you establish this top of mind awareness, the more that you're going to have increased brand recognition. And with increased brand recognition comes this notion of brand equity. Well, what is that? Well, that means that there's value in your brand. It means that there's credibility. It means that there's consumer confidence and loyalty. Because this particular solution isn't going to introduce you not only to new opportunities, but help you retain the business of past clients as well. The number one reason why agents don't earn repeat business isn't because that particular experience from that client was sour. It's because somebody else did a better job of capturing their attention and maintaining it, right? So by seeing off them by the right people on social media, we can make certain that when people have a real estate need, they obviously associate that need with you. There's also this notion of what we refer to as the frequency illusion. And the frequency illusion suggests that if I see you and your brand in more than one place, in more than one location, my subconscious tells me that I'm seeing you everywhere. And if I'm seeing you everywhere, it's because you're successful. And if you're successful, you're the type of agent that I want to hire. Okay, so maybe this happens to you with some of your competition. Maybe you see them on social media and then you go in to a local supermarket and you see them on the grocery cart and you automatically think, man, I've seen this agent everywhere. No, you're not. They're just doing a really good job of making you think that you're seeing them everywhere. And leveraging social media is definitely one cost-effective way to do that. When you do this appropriately, it will open up more opportunities in the form of buyer and seller leads. That's a byproduct of what we do. We need to establish top of mind awareness and brand recognition in order for you to win more opportunities. The last thing I want to talk about here is Google Business. The Google Business page, if you have not claimed it, you're missing out. The reason why the Google Business page is so important is because this is how people are going to conduct credibility checks. If I'm at a barbecue and I ask Sam, hey, Sam, you know what? I'm going to be downsizing. I don't need a 5-bedroom house anymore. I'm divorced. My 2 kids, they're in college now. Like, this is just too much house for me to maintain. I'd love to tap into the equity and start traveling more. Do you have an agent here in Scottsdale, Arizona? And he says, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. Right? Why don't you call Crystal Payne? Well, what's the first thing I'm going to do? It's not pick up the phone and call Crystal. I'm going to do a quick search on Crystal Payne. I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to type in Crystal Payne agent Scottsdale. And what happens next is extremely important because it's going to make the difference in me feeling comfortable picking up the phone and calling Crystal or going to somebody else for a different recommendation. So how are you being seen under these general searches? Well, one thing I can tell you is that when you partner with RoomView, because we're going to post every single day with hyper-local content, that Google's going to start recognizing all of your posts and that the Facebook page is going to show up, your Instagram page is going to show up, your LinkedIn. We're going to optimize your Google business page with the products and features, right? We're going to make certain that clients are leaving reviews. Then we're going to take those reviews and then we're going to broadcast them all across all these platforms. Therefore, when somebody does conduct a search, they know that you know what you're doing, okay? So what can you anticipate when you partner with RoomView? A lot of great things, okay? With high predictability, you can anticipate the generation of 5,000 weekly views. That's a lot of eyeballs seeing your brand and reading your call to action, okay? Over the course of a year, this will generate roughly 100 organic leads, but it's important that I manage your expectations here, okay? Because we're generating 100 leads doesn't mean that you're gonna have 100 new sales. Of those leads, you can anticipate converting 1 to 2% of them. Okay, that's a realistic expectation. But you're also doing something else simultaneously, and that's expanding your sphere of influence. These leads came in because you caught or captured their attention somewhere, and they may have a buy or selling need. So once you have them into your sphere of influence, now you can continue to market them. And what's great about that is that those 100 people also know 100 different people. And this is how you build your network and also your SOI. Now, one number that we're super proud of is our renewal rate. Our renewal rate is 95% as a company. That means that 95 out of 100 customers that partner with us will continue year after year. Why? Because we're fulfilling a very immediate need. And that's the need to establish a sense of social media presence, because we know that you're in the lead generation business and people won't think of you if they're not seeing you. And one of the most cost-effective ways to do this is to make certain that you establish a really strong social media presence by leveraging the big six of social media. On average, we're going to save you 65 hours per month by not having to worry anymore about what to post, how to post, or when to post. We got you covered. Okay, so the days of trying to figure out Canva and making a nice slideshow and then recording it for yourself, those are gone. Okay, you can reinvest those hours that it would take to do that in other revenue generating activities, or maybe better yet, spend more time with your family and grandchildren. So let me take you on a tour now of what our platform looks like. And if you want a follow for a follow, please feel free to connect with me on my Instagram at baldadventures77. Okay, so let's go on a tour together so you can actually see and review how easy our platform is to use. Asta, who do you suggest I use?
Gwenda, and I've sent you her
Gwenda Kelly?
dashboard. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So Gwenda, we're going to use you as an example here as we navigate through this platform together, okay? You said you sent me her, oh, it's Gwenda Kelty, that's why.
Do you want me to send it again, Gary?
I got it, I'm just looking by name.
That's good.
Gotcha. So out of Florida, perfect. Okay, let me share my screen again and we'll go on this tour. Now, as we go on this tour, it's really important that you evaluate this solution on ease of use, because the last thing we want you to do is make an investment into something and then it's too complicated, right? I think we're all guilty of doing that at some point. You purchase something, you're all excited, you're gung-ho, comes time to use it and you don't, because it just takes too much time to figure out. Right? We've all been there before. And I know wholeheartedly that I'm guilty of that. Has anyone ever bought anything from IKEA? Well, putting that together sucks. Right? So if it's not convenient, you're not going to do it. Case in point is the coffee table right here. The box is now my coffee table. Okay. So let's go on this tour right here on the left-hand side. This is the back end. And please keep in mind that as a BHHS agent, you all have access to a free account. You could go to roomview.com and claim yours. Right here on the left-hand side is our control panel. And these are the links that make our system operate. Right here, if I click on the content calendar, this is usually the most popular link for real estate agents, because you can review what is scheduled to go out on your behalf over the course of the next 2 weeks. All of these content and information is automatically populated in there. All you got to do is claim your area. We have Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And so now we're going to pull a lot of hyper-local content pertaining to Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Okay, if you're in Miami, same thing. We'll pull the information from Miami. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, these are all the big six of social media. This is where we're going to start posting for you automatically. We're going to connect you on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, as well as claim and optimize your Google My Business. So a good way to kind of put this into an analogy is that the content calendar is, for football, right? Hopefully you guys understand a little bit of football, but this is like the quarterback, okay? And these are all the plays that the quarterback can call. The content, which is this here, would be the football. And the objective is to pass the football to all the wide receivers, which would be the social media platforms. Okay, so we take all this content, then we automatically broadcast it across all social media platforms automatically. I think that's extremely important for me to reiterate, is the fact that this solution is automated. There's not much you have to do once you're set up. So if I click on any of this information, I can see information coming again from the local association of realtors, right? Residential plunge, inventory surges. This is clearly an indicator that there's a buyer market occurring. And I think that's a testament to what's just going on nationwide. Now, this is really powerful because it looks like Gwenda is the one that actually went there to conduct the research, put it together, and then create this video. So as a consumer, if I see this, I'm under the impression that, man, Gwenda knows her market. This is somebody that I want to work with because she seems to be an expert in the field. Now, here's what's really cool is that if I hit this button, I can, Gwenda, or if Gwenda hits the button, she can have the power to record a personal introduction to the video that we've already created for her. Right? There's so many agents that I work with on a daily basis that say, hey, I want to do a better job of creating videos. I just don't know what to say. Right? I don't know how to create it. Well, we've made it super easy for you. And again, there is power in personalization, and I can't emphasize that enough. Videos in general, ladies and gentlemen, get a 4x engagement rate. Okay, that means that you're four times more likely to engage with somebody who is observing or reviewing the video. That number goes up to 10x when you personalize it, and we make it very easy for you to do this. All you got to do is just hit start recording, and we even provide you a teleprompter of what to read. Now, if you don't like this particular prompt, that's totally okay. All you got to do is hit edit, and you can pull something from ChatGPT if that's what you want to do. That way it sounds a little bit more like you. But again, it's easy, it's convenient. And if it's easy and it's convenient, you're going to be more prone to use it. So here's what, I'm just going to give it a go. So that's 3, 2, 1, action. South Florida residential sales are down 6% yearly in April 2025. What that means is that there's an inventory surge, and when there's an inventory surge, it becomes a buyer's market. So if you've been thinking about or buying your home or new home, please give me a call. I'm more than happy to help you out. Okay, so I stuttered a little bit. Naturally, that's okay. All I got to do is hit retake, and I can re-record. And then once I'm happy with it, I save it. And now this particular video, this introduction, is going to be the precursor to the video that I played for you, when we first jumped on here. Pretty cool, right? You guys like that? Nice. Because again, this is going to help position you as a market expert in your place of business. And I can't emphasize enough that if you're going to help somebody navigate through the biggest purchase or sale of their lifetime, they want to hire people who know what they're doing. And this is going to help position you as somebody who definitely knows what they're doing by having knowledge in the marketplace. Okay, so moving forward, under the videos to share option, you're going to see that you're going to have access to over 1,000 different videos. And these videos are extremely powerful tools because they range from market reports, home buyer tips, pre-sale investment properties, sub-market reports, client reviews. This is actually pretty cool because what we do is we'll take client reviews that are left on Gwenda's Google business page and then automatically import them into here. Then we take those client reviews and then we broadcast them again across social media platforms. This is a great way for people to know that others have had a positive experience with you as a real estate agent. Because if they're having a positive experience with you, then it's likely that I'll have a positive experience with you. And that's going to make me feel more confident in your ability to help me buy or sell a home. We also have sub-market short videos. The list goes on and on. You can literally choose from any of these great subject matters. And if we go back to the content calendar and there's a video that you don't like, no problem. Or if there's a video that BHHS provides you, guess what? You can upload your own content. All I got to do is click add content, click on your own content, and boom, you can upload it here. You can schedule at the time and the day that you want it to go out, and it will post automatically. Okay. So again, the objective here is to save what is arguably our two biggest resources as human beings, and that's time and energy, while simultaneously effectively marketing so people think of you in their time of a real estate agent. So if I go to email campaigns, remember, this solution was designed by a realtor for real estate agents. So Sam quickly recognized that one thing that can be automated are email campaigns. I talk to agents every single day and I ask them, do you have an email database? Yes. Are you happy with the way that you're leveraging it? No, I could be doing more. Well, this is more. Because what you can do here is you can simply upload your contacts by just uploading a CSV, and then you can determine how often you want to communicate with them automatically. You can choose whether you want to be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. And then you can choose the day of the week that you want to communicate with them. And so many agents tell me, Gary, it's a waste of energy and resources because all they're seeing is my name and the subject to the email, and then they're deleting the message before they read it. That's not a waste of an effort, because when I'm seeing your name and I'm reminded that you're in real estate, that's working for you. You want to remind people every single day that you're an agent that can help them buy or sell a property. So even if they just see the subject name sent by you, that's okay. They're remembering your name, that you're in real estate. Okay. So that's a real positive way to look at it. So if I look at here, this is some of the examples of the mail that, is going to be sent out on your behalf. So South Florida housing market shows signs of cooling, experts say. So I want to read more. Okay, this is what the email is going to look like. Well, I also own in South Florida, so I want to know how that's impacting my value. So there's always going to be a call to action here. If I click on find my home's value, then guess what? There's an intake form. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put in an address. I'm going to put an email. And then my name and my phone number. Okay. Now, what's going to happen, Gwenda, are you here? Yeah, so Gwenda,
Yes.
check your phone if you don't mind, please.
My phone?
Yep. Did you get any type of notification?
Yes, I did. I received a text.
And what does it read?
It says this message is from roomview.com. You have received a new lead with the following details: name, email, phone number, and address.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. See, that's really important, right? Remember, as a real estate agent, you're in the lead generation business. When these leads come in, the biggest predictor of conversion of that lead is the speed to which you contact it. It's called speed to lead. And the reason why is because I am looking for information about my home value right now. If I don't get it from you, I will get it from somebody else. Now, if you're busy, check this out. Hi.
Hi, Gary. This is Alex calling on behalf of Gwenda Kelty. You recently showed interest and shared your contact information, so I'm following up as their assistant. Do you have a moment to talk?
Yeah, I was just wondering if Gwenda could give me an updated home value on my property here in South Florida.
Absolutely, Gary. Gwenda Kelty is a real estate expert in Florida and would be happy to provide you with an updated home value for your property. Do you have any specific questions or details you'd like Gwenda to consider? Also,
Not right now, but if she could just call me, that'd be fantastic. And if she could call me at 2 p.m., that will work.
Great, Gary. I will schedule a call for you with Gwenda Kelty at 2 p.m. They will reach out to you then to discuss your home value and any other questions you might have. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
No, that's it. Thank you so much. So what just happened, right? We know agents are busy. You could have other clients in the car, right? Looking for a property. You could be in a listing appointment. You can be golfing. You could be at church, whatever it might be. You can't always get to the lead the way that you want to. Well, we got you covered. We're doing everything we can to provide you that competitive edge. Gwenda, what'd you think of that?
Yeah, I really like that. It's
Yeah.
convenient. Sounds professional. Sounds like you're organized.
That's it. It sounds like you're organized. It sounds like you have an automated assistant. Like, man, you know what? This person must be really good. She must be big time, right? Like, that's what you want. All with just an AI caller. Like, let's do that. So now what happens to that information? Okay. That's the next important point here. Well, you can see that we provide you a light CRM functionality. So all the leads that we're generating can be found here. We're going to help you organize them. And we do this because we don't want anything to slip through the cracks. So if you see here, the new lead came in, it's Gary Silva and Gwenda. This is my actual contact information if you ever want to get a hold of me. It shows that it's hot, it shows that it's fresh, it shows that it's been called. It also shows the contact information and the source. It's obviously it's a home evaluation form. What type of lead is this going to be? It's going to be a seller lead, right? Because they completed the home evaluation form. If it said, hey, they want to know what they can afford or what they can afford, then you know it's going to be a buyer's lead. Then here's the really cool thing is that we're going to automatically enroll this opportunity into a seller's journey. Now, this journey is a proven communication methodology that is designed to precipitate conversation on your behalf as a real estate agent. Okay. We're taking care of the follow-up. You don't have to do it anymore. And let's be real to one another. Unfortunately, agents are notorious for not being very good at follow-up. So we're obviously providing you an advantage here. And then you have the address of the lead. Moreover, if you click this on view messages, you can review the transcript that was recorded from that AI call. So it also says, hey, do you have any additional things or questions that you want Gwenda to address for you? Well, if I said yes, I want to know the last time she sold a home in my neighborhood or whatever it might be. Well, then you can prepare before you pick up the phone and call me by just simply reading a transcript. So it's a very powerful tool that's not only going to contact the lead on your behalf, so that way we provide you the competitive edge, because if I'm not getting the information from you, I'm going to get it from somebody else. But if I know that I have a follow-up call with you at 2 p.m., that's going to prevent me from searching information from somebody else, right? You're solidifying your edge, and that's why this is important. Now, as far as CRMs are concerned, maybe some of you have your own CRM, and that's totally okay. It's more than likely that we're going to be able to connect your CRM to our CRM. And this is an important point, because this way no opportunity slips through the cracks, because we know that they're communicating with one another. And if you don't see your CRM on here, that's okay. We can connect them with the APIs leveraging Zapier. So we definitely integrate with almost all CRMs. Last thing I want to share with you is the MLS listing functionality. The MLS listing functionality is a fan favorite because we are going to automate your marketing efforts when it comes to the listings that you may have. We're going to pull the information or the photos from the MLS, and we know you approve them because you posted them. And then we're going to create a still frame video and then broadcast that marketing across all social media platforms. And as a seller's agent, you know that the number one request that sellers have of their agents is that they want their home marketed above and beyond just the MLS. So if I'm sitting in bed and my wife is next to me and I go on Facebook and I see this video, right? I'm like, oh my God, that's my property.
Check out this new 3 beds, 2 baths listing at 70.
That's gonna make me feel good about the fact that I hired you. Right? Because you're marketing it on Facebook. If I'm seeing it, that means that all my people are seeing it. It means that the people that I don't know see it. And again, your job is to market the home so that way people assume it. Now, the other nice thing is you're going to have the ability to record a personal introduction about this property. Well, nobody knows it better than you as a real estate agent. So you can talk about the property before the video plays and before I see the pictures. Okay, so you could build that up and get me excited for me to watch the video. Okay, again, providing you a competitive edge that's going to save you time and energy. We take it, we broadcast it across all social media platforms. The other thing that's in here is the ability to play with the actual listing studio. Okay, the listing studio is a very cool tool that will help you stage everything virtually if you want. So if we come in here, all I got to do is hit redecorate, and I can look at some of these images, okay, and I can redecorate them. So here's a kitchen, right? So I'm going to hit redecorate. I'm going to go a little bit more industrial because that's the way I like to decorate. And I'm going to hit confirm. Now we're going to take this and we're going to come up with a new image that's a little bit more fresh with an industrial theme. Keep in mind that you're going to have as many opportunities to play with this. There's no limit to how many times you can redecorate. Okay, so there it is, the redecoration. I don't really like this particular redecoration. I would probably do it again. But you get the point, is that we can totally revamp it for you on your behalf. Okay. Agents like it because it's a powerful tool. And in many instances, it comes out a lot more positive. So if I go, for example, into this one, what is this? A living room?
It's an office, a den.
Okay, let's see if I have a den here. I'll actually choose, is this a bedroom? Hold on. Here's a family room. So I can go family room or living room. I'm going to go industrial again. So you can see a better example. And so what agents do is they'll take the actual original photo and then post it side by side to the actual virtually staged photo. And again, this is just to help people, see what could potentially be done with the room.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's a great tool. I know that there's companies out there that provide this type of service, but they also charge anywhere from $50 to $70 per photo. Here, you have unlimited access to it. Okay. All right. So what we've done today is go on a tour of our platform. And my goal was to show you that it's easy to use. And I'm confident that you surmise and conclude hey, this is actually pretty easy to use because it's intuitive, right? You click on the link and boom, that you can change whatever it is that's associated to that link. We talked about, the 3 rules of a marketing investment when you're taking one into consideration: the exposure, the repetition, and the targeting. Because we're going to be posting for you every single day on the big 6 of social media with content that is personally branded for you. Okay, we're going to make certain that we not only meet those principles, but exceed them. And then when it comes to social media strategy, which means that, we want people to learn from you, the educational component. We want people to be entertained by you, the ability to record these introductions, and then the endearment component, the ability to post, pictures with you and your own content, so people, feel connected to you. We check all 3 of those boxes too. And at the end of the day, I think we can all agree, as I mentioned earlier, our biggest resources as human beings are our time and energy. So if there's a way to save time and energy, and being able to check off a box of social media strategy, this is it. I know with absolute certainty, some of you have probably had anxiety knowing that you should be doing more with your social media. And you're just like, okay, today I'm gonna really focus on doing a personal recording. I'm gonna get it done by 12 o'clock. And then all of a sudden somebody calls you and says, hey, can you take me out to see this property? Well, that 12 o'clock, that goal, that priority just got pushed back. One day turns into 1 week, 1 week turns into 1 month, 1 month turns into 1 year. It's like, oh my God, where would I be had I just started? So let's remove time from the equation and get you signed up today. And now we're going to talk about the different options. So when we look at the different options, we have options for every type of budget. Okay. Our most popular selection and option is our brand builder. And the reason our top agents like this is because you're going to get everything I shared with you today. Everyday posting on the big 6 of social media. Okay. But before I do this, and the social media, that's going to be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and then Facebook personal, as well as Google My Business. Now, let me just show you very quickly one of our agents, Nick Liebert, Chicago. He's an agent in Chicago. As a result of his investment with RoomView, this is how compelling his search comes up. This is what I'm seeing. You can see everything on the right-hand side. It's like a billboard for Nick Liebert. Okay. We have 77 Google reviews. Under the product and features, there's videos that we've posted for him. Okay. When I see this and I don't know you and you were recommended to me at a barbecue, I can see that, okay, you're active on LinkedIn, you're active on Instagram, you're active on Facebook, you have YouTube shorts, right? There's videos here. Like, I'm going to feel really good about this recommendation because I feel and I'm convinced that you know what you're talking about just by looking at this. And that's what you need to happen as a real estate agent, because again, you are in competition for people's attention, and we're going to make certain that you win better than anything else in the marketplace. So going back now to the actual opportunities, I just want to cover them again. That's in the brand builder package. You're also going to have the opportunity to confer with our graphic design team. Agents like this experience because whatever you've envisioned for your brand, we're going to help make it tangible by bringing it to life. And you're going to post with a little bit more pride knowing you had direct influence on how you're being positioned. The ability to record those personal introductions, ladies and gentlemen, that's a game changer. It really genuinely is, because it allows you to position yourself as a market expert, introducing the videos that we've already produced for you. And again, if this game is about capturing people's attention and keeping it and making certain that people know what you're doing, this is one effective way to get that done. If you speak a second language, where you have the ability to post in a second language. If you speak Spanish, all the videos can be in Spanish. And then you can toggle between how often you want Spanish videos to go out and videos in English to go out. And then lastly, in the brand builder package, you get boosted delivery through Constant Contact. If you're not familiar with Constant Contact, let me just tell you a little bit about who they are. They are the best in class when it comes to email delivery. Agents like using them because they can email with confidence, knowing that the likelihood of their messages being opened and read are improved dramatically. So this entire investment comes out to only $179.99 per month. Okay, that's per month. Now there's a caveat to this though, because a lot of our costs are front loaded. We require everything to be paid in one lump sum. Okay, and because you are a PHHS real estate agent, you're going to save 20% out of the gate. So that total investment comes from $2,159 for the year to only $1,727 for the year. It's not a big ask to invest in your business. And remember, this is an investment. A cost is something where you spend money and you don't see anything in return. An investment is something where you spend, you're going to build your brand, you're going to establish equity in that brand, and then eventually that's going to lead to more opportunities in the form of buyer and sellers. Okay. Now, here's the cool thing. Because you're part of this webinar, we're going to enhance this accommodation for you. We're going to make it 35% off today. So now your total investment is only $1,403 if you sign up today. Okay, we're saving you almost $800 in this investment by providing you the peace of mind, again, that your social media marketing is going to be taken care of, and knowing that you're going to be, as I mentioned, seeing often and by the right people on a daily basis. So $1,403 is what we're asking for today for you to do right by your business. Okay. Any questions?